Hey everybody, my name is Jasmine, and this is going to be my kind of introductory video. Um, this is my very first YouTube video for my channel. I really don't know what it's going to be about. My main goal is just to spread positivity, motivation, self-love, and stuff like that to people. I may do some vlogs here and there. I really don't know yet. I'm just gonna try to feel my way around and see how this works for me or how this goes. So to get things started for my first video, I want to talk about something that has really been on my mind a lot lately, and that is specifically for young females per se, or I know if this is something that females kind of deal with more so than men, and that is self-love and having confidence in yourself and not to follow trends or people that you see. I know men sometimes do it, or young boys, they do it sometimes, but I know it's particularly more so common in females. Um, keep saying a lot. Okay, so I'll just give my personal experience with that. So, throughout my life, I was born premature. I was 20, my mom had me at 26 weeks. So, due to that, I was born with a detached retina. And with my retina being detached, I was legally blind in my left eye. So um, throughout me growing up, I always felt like I wasn't pretty because I didn't look like everybody else. My eyes, well, my right eye, my good eye, is naturally big and bubbly, and then I have this little tiny eye. So I didn't look like everybody else. I was unique per se. And growing up, society or people made that seem like it was a bad thing to be different, like you just had to be like everybody else. So growing up, I noticed, especially at elementary school, I used to get bullied a lot. I already wore like these big Coca-Cola, big huge glasses on my face. So I was, always getting bullied a lot in school. Um, Kids talked about me, and as a kid, that kind of affects you as a young child. Stuff that people say, it affects you, and you learn to uh, believe that. So throughout like my entire life, I always felt like because of that, because I didn't look like everybody else, that I wasn't pretty or because I wasn't beautiful, and it affected my confidence. So, um, growing up, I didn't look like my cousins or whatever, so I always felt like the black sheep of the family. And boys, particularly boys, they kind of could sense that I didn't really have a high self-esteem about myself, and they played on it. So me feeling like feeling like you already aren't pretty enough, you fall into what they tell you. So because they're not there telling you you're pretty or you're beautiful, you're gonna believe that because you don't hear it on a daily basis. Um, so growing up, high school, uh, I was going back and forth to eye doctors, and they was always saying, you can't, I would ask, could I get contacts? And be like, well, no, because we really want to protect your good eye, and we don't want anything to happen to it. So you have to protect your vision with glasses. But we can give you surgery, we can give you a prosthetic and stuff like that. So once I got into high school, I want to say about 10th grade, once I got into 10th grade, I went ahead and got a prosthetic made. And I was wearing it, and instantly my confidence got boosted because, I felt like I was pretty because I looked like everybody else. Um, so after wearing that, your confidence, my confidence got built up, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm pretty now. I look like everybody else. But at the end of the day, once I took that out, it was like a realization, like, you're still you. Basically, I was using the prosthetic as a mask or a cover up, and at the end of the day, I was still me. Like, that still, it wasn't real. So, um, just lost my train of thought. Once I got to the point where I still felt like I depended on it, and I felt like I had to wear it every day. I had to wear it all the time because it made me feel beautiful, made me feel pretty. And the type of body, like, my body shape is very shapely. I'm a curvy girl, and I felt I wanted to be more than just a nice shaped body. Like, I wanted to be pretty with a nice shaped body. So fast forward to, I end up lose my son ended up losing it when I was like 19. He ended up losing it. And so once again I was forced to be faced with reality, and I had to learn to get comfortable with myself as how God made me. So it's the one eye started causing me pain and problems, and because it wasn't functioning, it was considered a dead tissue, and because it was considered a dead tissue, sorry, because it was considered dead, we ultimately decided to have surgery to remove it. They call it eye enucleation surgery. And I think this was around the time I was 21, 22, 21 or 22, one of the ages. And I decided to have them take it out. And I distinctively remember, at this time I was living with my mother, and I distinctively remember looking at myself in the mirror the next day after the surgery. And I was very bruised and swollen and everything like that. And I never told anybody this. I cried because I felt even more unpretty or uglier than I did before. And I kept saying, like, God, well, why did you make me like this? Like, why was I born early? Why did I have to go through the stuff that I went through? And it hit me. And it was like, you can't be like everybody else. I guess that's what I'm trying to say at the end of the day, like, after my story, is you weren't made to be like everybody else. Everybody is made differently for a reason. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. So ever since that day, I I made myself build my confidence up. I made myself love myself for the way that I was, because if you don't love yourself the way that God made you, or the way that you were born into this world, if you don't love you for yourself, you can't expect somebody else to love you or treat you the way that you should be treated, because it has to start within yourself first. And once I realized that, like, I eventually end up getting like another prosthetic made, and I wear it sometimes. I wear it like if I go out in public, or if I go to church or something, or if I'm like taking pictures or whatever, I wear it. But the older I get, the more that I'm realizing I am who I am. And I'm me. There's never another Jasmine. I can't go around looking like everybody else, and that it's okay to be different. It's okay to not fit in with society's beauty standards. Like, if everybody is trying to be the same, then it's no fun in that. Like, it's no uniqueness. Like, I'm learning now, after my whole 25 years of living, that if you try to be like everybody else, you're just gonna, you don't fit in with the crowd. Like, it's no fun in that, and you fitting in with everybody else. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to be different. It's okay to love yourself for who you are. Like, if you're heavy set, be heavy set, rock your curves. If your hair is falling out, okay. You know, if you're like me and you have to wear glasses, okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Nobody is meant to be the same. And I'm proud of who I am. I love myself for the way that I am. And I just want to tell you guys out there who's ever watching this video that it's okay to be you. However you are, you don't have to go by what society tells you on how you should look. You know, the people in the magazines, they don't even look the way that they look in the magazines. It's called Photoshop. It's called Photoshop, it's called makeup, it's called airbrushing, it's called a glam squad, it's called Spanx, it's called girdles, because half the people that no one is made perfect. No one, everybody has a flaw. And it's okay to embrace your flaws because that's what makes you you. So it is okay to be different and love yourself for who you are. Love yourself for who you are, because if once again, if you don't love yourself for who you are, then you can't expect someone to love you, because you won't know how to receive it, because you don't know, you don't even love yourself. So that's what I want to leave you guys with. Love yourself. Be you. You know, be different. Don't try to be like everybody else. I know I keep saying that, but that's very, 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 very important to be you. Be yourself. Be you. If your name is Ashley, be Ashley. If Ashley is a size 0 with long, beautiful hair, that's Ashley. You know, if your name is Layla and you're 6'2" and you weigh 200 pounds, that's your Layla. You're the way you are for a reason. I'm my way. I am the way that I am to maybe help somebody else who's going through what I went through as a kid, or even sometimes as an adult. And now I am married to a husband of almost 2. We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary, and I have 2 beautiful children. And you know, when they see me, they love me for the way I am. And that's all that matters. So I'm just going to leave you guys on a positive note, and to just, you know, I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to try to put videos out every week, or every week. I'm going to try to do every Saturday. Like I said before,